What's up guys, I'm Dale from Create a Pro website, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to create an affiliate marketing website so that you can get started with making a passive income online. So what do I mean by an affiliate marketing website? Well, I mean that you own your own website where you can promote other people's products and earn a commission if customers actually end up buying them through your links. So you don't need to bother with shipping, inventory, or setting up any payment systems on your website. You just collect a commission for driving sales to other people's products. I actually have my own affiliate marketing website called littlecoffeeplace.com that makes around $8,000 to $10,000 a month. And I'll provide some real screenshots of those numbers right now. And I earn that income through several different affiliate programs, including Amazon Associates, which I will be discussing in this video. All right, here's exactly what we're going to be covering in this video. So first, in order to launch a website, we'll need to get a domain name and web hosting. A domain name is the address or the URL for your website, like mywebsite.com. And web hosting is the place where you will store everything on your website, such as pictures, videos, themes, plugins, etc. And in order to own your own website, you need a domain name and web hosting. Second will be installing WordPress, which is just the free software that we're going to be using to build our website. Third, we'll be securing our website with an SSL certificate so that your visitors will know that this website is safe and secure. Next, we'll be customizing our website with an awesome drag and drop page builder, and we'll be creating an opt-in contact form for your homepage so that you can start building an email list of subscribers. We'll be finding products through an affiliate marketplace such as Amazon Associates so that you can sell any type of product that you want. We'll also be setting up these products with a plugin called WooCommerce so that you can beautifully display them on your website. I'll show you how to create blog posts so that you can write about a specific niche and promote products within that blog post. We'll also be creating a navigation menu for your website and more. Now, this is a 100% full walkthrough in this video of how to create an affiliate marketing website. And I'm not going to try to sell you on some course or online program or anything like that. Every piece of this video is dedicated to making sure that you have a beautiful affiliate marketing website by the end. And yes, you will have a complete website set up if you follow along with this tutorial, but that does not mean that you're going to make piles of cash overnight. And affiliate marketing takes time. And creating the whole website is like planting the seed. But you still have to water it every day and make sure that it has plenty of sun exposure to grow a rewarding passive income with. And I'll provide the timestamps in the description for each step in this video in case you need to go back to anything. You can also use the right and left arrow keys on your keyboard to go forward or backward by 5 seconds. And if you feel like I'm going too fast or too slow, you can change the playback speed of this video by clicking on the gear icon in the bottom right corner. Alright, so let's get started. Step number 1 is to get a domain name and web hosting. To do this, just simply click on the very first link in the description, or you can go over to createaprowebsite.com/hosting. And that will take you to a special co-branded landing page that I have with HostGator.com. And I host all of my websites with HostGator because they're fast, reliable, and they offer 24/7 customer support. And they've got a few different plans here. So you've got the hatchling, the baby, and the business. Now, I recommend, and what they recommend, is to start with the hatchling plan. That's going to give you a single domain. It's going to give you the free SSL certificate. And you really only need to upgrade to the baby or the business plan, specifically the business plan, once you start making a lot of money with your affiliate marketing website. But for now, the hatchling plan is more than enough. So we're going to go ahead and click on Buy Now for that one. And here is where you can register a new domain name to get your custom domain. And if you already have one, you can just click on this tab right here and hook it up, but we're going to get a brand new one. Now, this whole website that I'm going to be making is going to be based around coffee. So it can be, all of what I'm talking about in this tutorial can be applied to any niche. It doesn't just have to be coffee, but this is just the example that I'm going to be using throughout this tutorial. So I'm going to get a custom domain called Coffee Attic, like an attic in a house.com. And you can see it's going to say, sorry, this domain is not available. So you'll just have to choose a new one. And it's going to offer you these .club, .site, all these different ones here, but I really recommend doing a .com. It's definitely the most professional one. So what I'm going to do is actually just add a dash right here to do coffeeattic.com. And now you can see that it is available here in green. So with that selected, I'm just going to scroll down. And then just make sure that you leave the domain privacy protection checked, because without this, your information like your email and your phone number are going to become public, And then solicitors will be able to call you and offer you all these things for your website, and none of it is necessary, and the calls become really annoying. So HostGator offers this privacy protection to make sure that you get none of that. So I would definitely leave that checked. And then we're just going to scroll down and make sure that your package type says hatchling or whichever one that you chose. And then you've got your billing cycle. So it's automatically set to 36 months, which is going to give you the biggest discount. It's going to be 61% off, especially if you use that link that's in the description that I was just mentioning. So what you can also do is change it. So I recommend doing the 12 months because you really want to try this out for a full year, especially an affiliate marketing website. You want to try it out for a full year and really try to make money with it, because if not, then you're only going to get a couple months in and you're going to, give up before you really get anywhere. But let's just say you're like, you know what, I don't know anything about making websites yet. I just want to follow this tutorial, see how it goes. You can always just do the 1 month and it's still going to give you 30% off, and it will keep renewing every month. So your website's never going to go down or anything like that. So you can always do the 1 month, and then you can always upgrade later and pay for more months at one time and then get the biggest discount. But for this, we're just going to stick with just the 1 month just to show you how to create an affiliate marketing website. So just put in your HostGator account, or you can actually create a new one here. So I'm going to create a new one. And then just create a security pin. And then we'll just scroll down. And here is where you're going to want to put in your billing info. And you can pay by credit card or by PayPal. So I'm going to go ahead and do credit card, and I'm just going to fill this out real quick. And then just go ahead and scroll down to the Add Additional Services section. And from here, you can actually uncheck the SSL certificate. This is just an upgraded one if you want to go for that, but you will get a free SSL certificate included. And what that is just this little check mark up here that will tell everyone that, hey, your website is secure. So especially if people are clicking on products and then buying them on an affiliate partner's website, you're going to want to make sure that your website looks secure. Otherwise, you'll have this big red thing up here that says not secure, which isn't a good look. So we're also going to make sure that everything else is unchecked, because I have videos on my channel that show you how to do all of this stuff for free, like how to get a professional email, how to secure your website, how to back up your website. I've got videos on my channel for that, and I will also link them in the description in case you want to check those out. So we're just going to scroll down and make sure that your coupon code says create a pro website, which it does. And this is my affiliate link, so I do get a commission whenever you use this, but it also saves you a lot of money. So it's a win-win for both. It helps me fund these free YouTube tutorials that I'm putting out, but if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. So with that said, we're just going to make sure that everything is correct. So we've got our domain, which went from $18 down to just $5, and then our hatchling plan, which is just set for 1 month, went from $10.95 to $7.67. Now again, if you did the 12 months or the 36 months, you're going to have the biggest discount, but you will pay for it all up front. So we're just going to stick with the 1 month for now and just try it out. And then we're just going to click on agree to the terms of service and click on checkout now. Cool. Now HostGator is setting up your account, and this should only take a couple minutes. Cool. So now it's going to ask you this big survey here about what you want to do with this website. You can just go ahead and click on the X. And then again, just go ahead and click on the X right here. It's going to offer you to get started with building your site, but don't worry, I'm going to teach you that in this tutorial. So just go ahead and click on the X. Cool. So here we are inside the HostGator dashboard, and you can see we've got our hosting package over here with our new domain name hooked up. So now what we want to do is move on to step number 2, which is to install WordPress. WordPress is the free software that we're going to be using to actually build this affiliate marketing website. So in order to get it, just go on over to Launch cPanel. And then from here, you'll see WordPress installer up here in the popular links. So just go ahead and click on that. And then just select the domain that you want to install WordPress to. So I've got my domain right here. And then just click on Next. And then just give your website a title. So I'm just going to call it Coffee Attic, like that. But you can always change this later, so it doesn't have to be permanent. And then admin user, I'm just going to put my name, and then first name, last name, and then admin email. And this should be the same email that you use to sign up for HostGator with. So now just go ahead and agree to the terms, and then just click on install. Cool, so now WordPress is installing, and this should only take a second. Cool, and just like that, WordPress is finished installing, and it's going to give you some details over here. And the most important thing right now is to copy this crazy password that they give you. We're just going to copy that, and we're going to save it somewhere important on our computer or on our phone, wherever you can access it again, because you're going to need to put in that crazy password in order to log in for the first time. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to change it to a custom password. Now, in order to actually log into our website, instead of actually clicking on this little yellow login button, we're going to go a different route, because eventually this little yellow login button is going to go away soon, and you're going to need to get used to signing in a different way each time that you want to sign in to your website. So to do that, we'll just go up to a new tab, and we're going to type in our new domain name, and then do /wp-admin. And that stands for WordPress admin. And then just click on enter. And then you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. And if you don't, and it looks like the website isn't working for whatever reason, it's because the website has to propagate. And what that means is that HostGator has to take your new domain name and it has to send it out across the entire world to let every server in the world know that, hey, this new domain name exists and it's now active. And this process can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And they say it can take up to 24 hours, but I've never actually had it take that long. It's usually only about 30 minutes. So don't panic if you don't see this little page yet. Just come back every 10 minutes or so and refresh the page and check on it. Okay, so once you're here, we'll just go ahead and sign in. So I'll just type in my admin name, and then we're just going to paste in that crazy password, and then just click on login. All right, and here we are inside the WordPress dashboard. So first what we're going to do is just close out of all these boxes to kind of clean things up a bit, make it a little bit less daunting to look at, a lot cleaner. So just go ahead and hit the arrow and the X on everything that you see. There we go. That's a lot cleaner looking. So what we're going to do is change that crazy password to one that you're going to remember, your own custom one. So to do that, just go on over to users and then go to all users. And then just click on your name. And then just scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see account management and you'll see new password. Just click on generate password and then just delete that crazy one that they give you and then just type in your own custom one. Just like that, and then click on update profile. Awesome, so now we can move on to step number 3, which is to secure your website. So right now you can see that if we look at our website up here at the top, it says not secure, and we don't have that little lock symbol. And if we click on this, it even says your connection to the site is not secure. And we don't want our visitors to see that. We want them to feel like it's safe to browse our website and click on links to go buy products. So in order to fix this and get that lock symbol, what we're going to do is just go on over to plugins and we're going to go to add new. And then we're just going to go over to the search bar and type in really simple SSL. And then you'll see the plugin right here. And if you remember, we got a free SSL certificate from HostGator. So this plugin will automatically hook this up for you and make sure that you have that little lock symbol. So we're just going to click on install now and then activate. Cool, so now you'll get this little notification box right here and it says go ahead and activate SSL. We're just going to go ahead and click on that. And then you just have to log back in again. And now we can use our new custom password and log in. Cool, and now you'll see a notification that says SSL activated. And you can see up here, we've now got the little lock symbol, which is awesome. So now let's move on to step number 4, which is to activate a new theme. So the theme is going to determine some of the style and look of your website. So if we just go up to our website right now and we just go to visit site, I'll just open this up in a new tab. You can see that we've got this generic theme going on and it looks pretty ugly. I don't know what you think, but I don't like it. So let's go ahead and activate a new theme. So I'm just going to close out of this. And to get a new theme, all you have to do is just go over to Appearance and then go to Themes. And then I'm just going to close out of some of these boxes. And you can see that we've got these themes activated right now, or sorry, installed right now. And this one is active. It's just the generic 2019 version. So what we're going to do is just add a new theme by clicking on this button right here. And then here are all the free themes that WordPress offers. And you can search through these by going through the popular, the latest, and so on. And you can see what they all look like. But I've got one in mind that I use all the time. It's a fantastic theme. It's called Astra. So if you just type that into the search bar, you'll see Astra right here. Just go ahead and install that one. And then just click Activate. Cool. So now that that one's activated, we'll just go back up to our website and take a look. And it's actually not going to change a whole lot. It's going to be a little bit stylistically different from what you can see, but it's obviously still very blank. It's definitely cleaner looking. The text is cleaner, but it's blank right now because what we need to do is actually install a plugin that's going to allow us to drag and drop and build our website visually, and we're going to make it look beautiful. So what we're going to do is move on to step number 5, which is to activate plugins. So let's just go ahead and close out of this. And then in order to get your plugins, we're just going to go over to plugins and then go to add new. And we're going to get a few different plugins. So first we're going to get that drag and drop builder that I was just talking about, and that's called Elementor. And you can see it here, Elementor Website Builder. It's got 5 million active installations, it's 5 stars. It is a fantastic website builder. So we're going to go ahead and click on Install Now. And then click on Activate. Cool. So now we're going to go get another plugin that's going to give us some extra tools that we can use in Elementor. So we're just going to go back over to Plugins and go to Add New. And we're going to go over to the search bar and type in Essential Add-ons. And maybe remove the space. There we go. Essential add-ons for Elementor. You can also just type in Elementor here to find it. And again, here it is right here, Essential add-ons for Elementor. So we're going to go ahead and click on Install Now. And then click Activate. And the next one that we're going to be getting is called Pretty Links. So what we're going to do is just go back over to Plugins and go to Add New. And we're just going to type in Pretty Links. And you can see it right here, Pretty Links with the little star. So just go ahead and install that. And Pretty Links is going to allow us to create custom links using our domain. So instead of a long string of letters and numbers and things like that for a typical affiliate link, which you would get by signing up with an affiliate partner, you can turn that long string of letters and numbers into a more beautiful looking link by using your domain. So coffeeaddict.com/example. And then somebody would click on that and it would still take them over to the affiliate partner's website. So I'll explain that a little bit more in detail in just a bit. So we're just going to go ahead and click on Activate. And then just go back over to Plugins. And we'll go to Add New again. And the next one that we're going to be getting is called Yoast SEO. Yoast, kind of like toast with a Y. And just click on that. And it will show up here. And if for some reason you get this red notification up here, it'll just ask you to update WordPress. So we're just going to go ahead and click on Please Update WordPress. Make sure that we're on the most up-to-date version. And then you can see a little button here that says Update Now. Just go ahead and click on that. Cool. So now we're all updated to the latest version of WordPress. So we'll just go back over to Plugins and then go back to Add New. And then we'll go back over to the search bar and type in Yoast SEO again. And now you can install Yoast. And then activate. Cool. And now we have one more plugin to get. So we're just going to go back over to Plugins and go to Add New. And then we're just going to go over to the search bar and type in WooCommerce. And WooCommerce is a plugin that's going to allow us to create some affiliate products that will actually take people over to an affiliate partner's website, whichever one that you choose. But this is how we're going to actually create the products and display them on our website in a really nice manner. So we're going to go ahead and click on Install and then click Activate. And then it's going to say Welcome to WooCommerce. We're just going to say not right now. We will get into that later. I'll actually explain WooCommerce and make it super easy for you. Awesome. So now we can move on to step number 6, which is to select a starter template. So the reason I really recommend starting with a starter template is because it's going to put in a lot of the work for designing your website for you, and then all you have to do is drag and drop and replace things. So you can replace text, replace images, but the foundation of the website is already there. So why work harder when you can work smarter? And these templates are designed by professionals. So what we're going to do is just go on over to Appearance down here, and then go over to Astra Options. And then you'll get this little notification that says, "Thank you for installing Astra. Would you like to get started with a starter template?" We're just going to say "Get started." And then it's going to ask us what page builder we're using. So we installed Elementor, so we're going to click on Elementor. And then here you've got a list of awesome template websites here that you can choose from. And there are tons of them in here. And you can actually go up to this little all symbol up here, and you can browse by business, other, blog, e-commerce. There's a bunch of different ones, and you can even go to just the free ones. But all of these ones up here are free. So if you want to see what a website looks like, you can just go ahead and click on it. And it will give you a little overview of what that website looks like if you just scroll down. It will also show you the other pages that come with that website. Now this isn't the one that I'm going to be using, so I'm just going to hit the back arrow. And I'm actually going to be using this one, and I highly recommend following along, and you can always redesign this one to be whatever you want. So this is an organic store, but we're going to turn it into our own little coffee website. But again, whatever your niche is, you can change this one to match. So I'm just going to click on it, see how it looks. We can see we've got a few other pages here, and then we'll just click on Import Complete Site. And then just go ahead and click on Import. And this process will just take a few minutes. Awesome, so it was imported successfully. So we'll just go ahead and view the site. And now you can see that our website is looking way more attractive. We've got this awesome template to start from, and I will show you how to replace and drag and drop and build it and make it your own. So that brings us to step number 7, which is to customize your website. So all we have to do that is just click on the Edit with Elementor button right up here. So here we are inside of Elementor, and you can see we've got this sidebar menu over here. And here's where you can drag in a bunch of widgets. So let's say that if I just wanted to drag in an image, you could just drag and drop, and wherever the blue line shows up is where you can put it. Now obviously I'm not going to put an image there, so I'll just Command Z if you're on a Mac, or Control Z if you're on a PC. But you've got lots of widgets in here that you can drag in. Or you can also just customize things right on the screen. So let's say I want to change this text to my own text. You can just triple click and you can type right on the screen. So I'll say something like, "Let's talk coffee," like that. And if you want to change the style and the look of this text, all you have to do is just go up to the Style tab over here. And then you can change the text color if you want. So I could change it to any color I want, which obviously anything besides white and black is probably going to look a little crazy. So I do recommend sticking with a black or a white text. So in this case, I'm just going to go with black for now. And then you can change the font by going to typography. And if we just come down, we've got the family right here. So we can just click on that. And if we just come down and click on family, we can change the font family. So you've got tons of them in here, and these are all Google fonts. And if you give them a second, they will update and kind of show you what they look like. But in this case, I'm just going to stick with the default font. And you can change the size over here by clicking and dragging up, just like that. But I'm going to Command Z that, put it back to the default. Then you've also got a lot of other things like the font weight, line height, letter spacing, and so on. So I recommend just playing around with these settings to get your text the way that you want it. And if you want to remove anything, all you have to do is just click on it. And you can just click on the little pencil widget up here. I'll just click on Got It. So click on the little pencil widget, and then you can also just right click on it, and you can just delete. Just like that, and that's going to delete that whole section, because I don't really want that on my website. I'm actually going to put an image in the back that's going to cover up some of the space here. So let me show you how to actually put in a new background image. So right now we've just got this white background with this sort of leaf thing in here. So in order to change that, we'll just go up to the little 6 dots up here and click on that. And this is for the whole section. So you can see I've got this blue line that goes around this whole section. And then I've also got columns inside of that section. So I've got two columns which are in gray. So you can see one here and then one here. And then you've got widgets that are inside of each of these columns. So I've got an image one here, and then a couple of text ones, and also a button one. So what we're going to do is just click on these 6 dots for the whole section, and we're going to go over to Style. And then we'll just go down to Background Type, and we're going to change it from this gradient over to this little classic symbol right here with the little paintbrush. And then we'll just put in a new image right here. So we'll just click Choose Image. And then we can actually choose some free images from Pixabay if we click on this tab up here. And you've got all these free images that you can browse through, and you can just browse using the search bar right here. Or we can upload new ones from our actual computer. So I'll just click on Upload Files. And if you haven't already, go to the description and download the follow along images, which I highly recommend if you want to follow along step by step with me. I provide you with all the images that you need. So we'll just click on Select Files. And then we'll just go to where those images are. And I'm going to choose the hero image and then click on Open. And now that's added to our media library. And you can see we've got all these other images in here, and these all come with our starter template, which we're really not going to need a lot of these unless you want to keep some of them on your website. So I recommend just leaving them for now. But we've got our new image in here, and it's up at the top here. So we'll just click on Insert Media. And it's going to be put in a little funny, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. So you can see if we go over here to Position, it's set to center left. So what we want to do is change that to center center, and that's going to put that in the middle. And then we're going to go down to Size and change that from Custom to Cover. And now that's going to cover that entire section. And you can see if I scroll, the image scrolls with the website. So if you want it to have sort of a parallax effect, you can just go over to Attachment, and you can change that to Fixed. And now if somebody were to scroll, the image stays where it is. So it just depends on your preference. In this case, I'm just going to put it back to scroll. So it kind of moves with the website like that. But it's all about whatever you want to do. So now our text isn't quite standing out as much. So we're going to go ahead and make that white. So I'm just going to click on the little pencil icon for the text widget, go back over to color, and I'll just change that to white, just like that. And I'll also change this text as well. We'll go over to Style, change that to white, just like that. And then same with this text, we'll do sort of a whitish gray. So I'll click on that text, go over to Style, we'll go to Text Color, and I'll change that to just kind of an off-white, just barely, like that, which now looks pretty good. And then you've got your button here. So you can edit this button by simply just clicking on it on the little pencil icon, and that will bring you to the button settings over here on the left sidebar, and you can change that button if you'd like. But I'm also just going to delete it and show you how to put in a new one. So we're going to right click and delete, and then we'll just go in and grab a button. So you got their widgets here, and if you don't see the widgets here, you can just click on this little Rubik's Cube looking symbol up here, and then that will bring you to where all the widgets are. So I'm just going to drag that button into this little column here, and that's just going to place it. So now we can edit that button. So we can change the text of the button right here. And we'll just change this to See Posts, because we're going to create a blog post page where I'll show you how to create blog posts with all the affiliate links and products in those posts. So this button will take them to those posts. So then you've got the link here. So we'll just delete the hashtag, and this is where the button will actually take them. So in this case, we'll just put in our website. We'll do coffeeaddict.com, and then we'll do /blog posts, because we're going to be creating a blog post page with that exact same permalink. That way, whenever they click on this button, it will take them there. And you can change the size of the button here if you want. You can add an icon to the button, change the icon spacing. There's a few different settings here. But if you want to change the color of the button, you can just go over to Style, and then you can just go over to the text color or the background color. So right now the text color is automatically set to white, and then you've got the background color. So I'll just click on that. I can change that to any color I want. Now obviously anything other than something that matches our website is going to look a little crazy. You could maybe get away with doing, say, an orange, like a bright orange, or a red, so that it stands out. But I do think green was probably the best way to go. That really stands out a lot. So I'm going to leave it as green. And then you've got the hover color. So right now, whenever we hover over it, nothing happens. So we can just click on the hover up here and then go to background color again. We'll just change that to maybe like a dark green, something like this. That way, whenever they hover over, it changes to a dark green. So it kind of looks like it's active now. So we're going to leave that as that. And you can also add a hover animation. So right now it's set to none. You could do grow. And then whenever they hover over it, the button grows a little bit, which looks pretty cool. So I think I'm going to leave that. But there's a bunch of them in here that you can choose from. Some of them get a little crazy and obnoxious. So I do recommend sticking with something a little more simple, like grow. And you can add a border to your button down here as well. But I like the way that this button looks, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. But you can just change the border type to one of these different ones, like a solid line, and then you would just increase the border radius. And if you don't quite like the spacing, so this text is kind of low compared to where the coffee cup is, looks a little odd, you can just click on this whole section here by clicking on these 6 dots up here. And then you can just go over to Advanced, and you've got the padding here. And the padding just means how much room is up here before these widgets actually start activating. So let me explain. Right now we've got 240 at the top, which means we've got a lot more space up here. We've got 80 at the bottom, so we don't have quite as much space down here. So what I can do is just increase the bottom, and I can just hold that, and that is going to give us a little bit more space at the bottom. And we just want these to be a bit more centered. It's not going to be perfect, but somewhere around there, that looks pretty good to me. So we'll leave it at that. And you can change any widget on your website by simply just clicking on it like this, clicking on the pencil icon, and you can edit any one of these. So this is an icon box. You can change the icon. You can change all of the text. Everything can be edited over here in this left-hand sidebar. So here we've got our best-selling products. We're actually going to change this to our most recent posts. So what I'm going to do is just click on this text, and then I'm just going to change the title of that text over here. We'll change that to most recent posts. And then you can see we've got products in here, and we don't want products in here. We want to put blog posts in here, which again, I will show you how to create a blog post later, and I'll even show you a little bit about SEO to make sure that your blog is going to be easily searchable in Google. So what we're going to do is just click on this, and we've got a shortcode here, and this is a product shortcode. So we actually want to get rid of this completely. So we're going to right click and click on delete. And then we're just going to go over to the widgets here, and we're going to scroll down. We'll close the Pro section because those are all for Elementor Pro, which means you can't use them. And we'll just keep scrolling down until you get to Essential Add-ons. Down here, you've got this little tab that says Essential Add-ons. So we'll just scroll down and we'll look for our blog post widget. So right here, we've got PostGrid. And if you can't find that, you can also just go up and search it. So you can just go up here to search widget and type in PostGrid, and it will just come up right here. So we'll just drag that in. And now it's got only one of our blog posts because this is just the default blog post that comes with WordPress, but I will show you how to create new ones here. And then anyone can just click on the blog post and go read it. So right now we've just got our basic one, but we're going to go ahead and leave that for now. And let's make sure that we're saving our work by clicking on Update. And we're also going to scroll down and edit another section. So I'm just going to leave these for now. I'm going to let you customize your website however you need. But we are going to do a product section. So instead of trending products, we're going to do something like featured products. So we'll just double click on that and change it to featured products. And then if we just go over to this widget here that's holding all of these products here, and we just click on it, and you can see we've got this little short code again. So we're actually going to add up at the front, just behind the bracket, we'll add featured underscore products, just like that. And we're also going to get rid of visibility all the way to the end here. So it just says featured products, limit is 4, columns 4. So now it's still going to have these same products in here, but we're actually going to be making new products and we're going to feature them so that they show up here. So I'm actually going to be getting rid of these. So once you've done that, you can just click on update. And now the last thing I want to show you for customizing this home page here is adding a subscribe section here at the top so you can collect some emails. So collecting an email list is great because then you can email all of your subscribers and give them discounts for products and things like that and promote more products. It's a really great way to make extra sales. So we're actually going to be adding that up in here. So what I'm going to do is actually just delete this text here. Click on delete. And I'm going to go over to my widgets up here. So the little Rubik's Cube looking symbol. And I'm going to grab WP Forms. So if you just type in WP, you can see we've got WP Forms here. So we'll just drag that in. Just like that. And then it's going to ask you to create a new form. So what we're going to do is just click on update first to save our work. And then we'll just go up to new form. And we're just going to choose a newsletter sign up form. That's going to be the best template for us because it's very simple. So we're just going to create a newsletter sign up form. Cool. And then we'll just close out of this. And here you've got your form here. So we've just got name and email. And you can make it even simpler by simply just clicking on the delete option here and do just the email. So we'll just say, yes, we want to delete this field. And we just want the email in here. And you can change the name of this form by simply clicking on here. And we'll just change it to, we'll do opt-in form. But nobody's going to see that text, so it doesn't really matter too much. But you can change the submit button text here and then the sending text here, but I'm going to leave it as submit. And then we will just go back over to fields. And if you wanted to add any fields to this, you can just simply drag them in from over here. But again, I'm just going to stick with the standard email form. But right now, if somebody were to put their email into this form, it would simply just be sent to your email that you signed up for WordPress with. Now what we want to do is actually have an email marketing service that's going to collect all these emails so that you can broadcast emails to thousands of people at one time. So to do that, we'll just click on Save. And then just go over to the Marketing tab. And then here's where you can select your marketing service. Now all of these are grayed out because you would need the upgraded version of WP Forms to get them, but Constant Contact is a great email marketing service. I've used it plenty of times and it comes with the free version. So we'll just go ahead and click on that. And then here is where you can create a new account for them. So what we're going to do is actually just go over to Constant Contact. So to do that, just simply click on the link in the description that says Constant Contact, and it will take you to a page that looks like this. So once you're on this page, what we're going to do is just click on the Sign Up Free button up here. And then you can just put in your email. And then just click on Get Started. Cool. So now what we can do is just skip this. So we'll just click on the skip button up here. And then we just go back over to Elementor where our opt-in form was. And we'll just add a new connection right here. And we're just going to give it a name. So we'll just say subscribe, or you could call it maybe opt-in, like that. And then just click on OK. Cool. And then now you'll be taken to this page, and we just want to click here to register with Constant Contact. So we'll just open that up. And then we'll just be asked to put in the username and password that we just created. And then just click on Login. And then all you want to do is just click on Allow. And then just copy this code here. And then you can just go ahead and put that in right here where it says Constant Contact Authorization Code. And then just put in the nickname. So we'll say opt-in. It's the same one that we made. And say connect. So you can see here we've got email, and what we're going to do is just change this to email to match, and then just click on save. And then now we can just click on the X. Cool, so now that's going to put that in here, and we'll customize the look a little bit. But for now, I just want to show you where you can actually access all of the emails that people are putting in. So if they put in their email here and they say, oh, I want to subscribe. So right now we could actually change the submit button to subscribe, which I should have done just a second ago. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. So we'll just click on this button that says edit the selected form. And we'll just click on opt-in form right here. We'll just change the submit button to subscribe, just like that. Now click on save, and then the X, and now that's going to change to subscribe. So whenever somebody puts in an email here and you start collecting them, you can go over to constant contact over here, and then just scroll down, and you can see this button that says go to your account. So just go ahead and go to your account. And then you'll see up here we've got a contacts tab right here. You can just go ahead and click on that. And this is where all of your emails are going to come in. So right now there's none in here because nobody's put any in. But as people start putting in their emails and clicking on subscribe, you'll start to see your email list build down here. And if you want to send all those people a new email and broadcast it to hundreds or thousands of people, I'll show you where to do that. So we'll just go ahead and click on the back arrow, and then just click on campaigns. And here is where you can create a new one. So you can just click on create right here. And we'll say we want to do an email. And then you can select a template if you want. But we're just going to scroll down and grab a blank template. So just scroll down and you will see blank template right here. Just go ahead and click on that. Cool, and here is where you can actually build out an email that you want to broadcast to all of your subscribers. And you can use all of these little widgets over here the same way to kind of build that email, make it look beautiful. And you can even, include WooCommerce products in there if you want to. I'm not going to get too far into this right now. It's actually going to try to show you this little tutorial on how to do it. So if you do want to do that, I recommend checking out this tutorial. It's pretty easy to do, but again, I'm not going to get too far into that because I'm going to stick to the rest of the affiliate marketing tutorial. But this is where to do it. So we'll just go back and let's edit the way that this button looks a little bit. Sorry, not this button, the form. So you can see we've got the little email thing right here. You can leave that if you want, but I want to have some sort of text here that says, hey, if you want to get updates on our products or our blog posts, things like that, then put in your email below. So what I'm going to do is just go over to the widgets, and I am just going to grab the text editor right here and drag that in, just like that. And then I'm going to change the style to a white color, maybe a little bit of an off-white like that, and then just go back to content, and then we can just change the text right here. So we'll just say something like that. Cool. And now these buttons kind of look like they're clashing a little bit because this one's green, this one's green. So if you want, you could actually even just remove this one if you want and just keep the subscribe button. Or you can change the color of this one as well so that you still have a see post button. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. Cool, so now let's just go ahead and click on update. And now if we touch this little arrow right here on the side of our sidebar, that's going to close that menu and we can see what our header looks like up here at the top, which looks a little goofy. We've got this white line across here, it's transparent. We also have the old logo in here. So what we're going to do is make this a white header and we're going to change the logo, and I'll show you how to make a logo completely for free in just 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just open this back up. And then we'll just click on the little hamburger looking symbol right here. And then go to exit to dashboard. And we're just going to hit the X on this little box here. We'll just go back over to the WordPress symbol. And then we'll just go up to our website and click on visit site. And now we can just hit the Customize tab right here. And this is actually going to customize our theme. So right now, all of this stuff here is Elementor. This is what we use to design all of this. But the header up here, as well as the footer, are all made in the Astra theme. So in order to customize that, just click on Customize. And now the first thing that we're going to do is edit this logo here. And we're going to create a new one. And I'll show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is just go down to Header, and then click on Site Identity. And you can see that we've got our logo here. So we'll just go ahead and remove that. And let's go create a new one. So to do that, just go up to a new browser window and type in logo maker without the e.com. And this is a completely free online software to make a logo. So we'll just go ahead and close out of this, and I'll show you how to work it. So you can just go up here and search for any sort of graphics that you want. So in this case, I would type in coffee, and then click on the search bar. And it's just going to give me tons of coffee related logos already pre-made, which is really, really cool. And you can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. That's honestly almost endless. But I'm going to go with this simple coffee bean here. And you can click and drag and move it around, or you can resize it by simply clicking on one of the corners and pulling it up or down. So in this case, I'm just going to pull it down and move it off to the side. And I'm also going to grab a house logo, because this is the Coffee Attic. That's my, fake coffee website brand. So what I'm going to do is just search for a house. And then you've got tons of houses in here. So I'll just scroll down and grab something really simple, like maybe this one. And then I'm just going to drag that over here so that the coffee bean is inside of the house, like that. So Coffee Attic. I don't know if you get that, but not the greatest logo in the world, but it does work. So we'll go ahead and put some text in here now. So I'm just going to click on the text button, and we'll just type in Coffee Attic in all caps. And you can change the font up here. So you've got the font category. So we're on simple and modern. You've got fun and funky, cursive fonts, decorative, 3D, all sorts of stuff. But I'm going to stick with simple and modern. And I'm going to go over to the font family. And I'm just going to choose a new one. So I'm going to go with maybe this one. And then we'll just resize it. So I'll just drag the corner up, so it's more like that. We'll just drag it next to our logo. And then I'm also going to draw a box around both of these and just scale these down just a bit and move them over so everything's centered. And you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to nudge them up or down. So I'll go with something like that. Now we want to change the colors. So I'll just click on the text, and I'm just going to grab sort of a coffee type of color. Maybe something like this. And we're just going to make this little house and bean logo the same color. So we'll just draw a box around these. And we'll just go over to the little color picker, the little eyedropper tool. And we're just going to touch on this color. And that's going to change it to the exact same color. Cool. So now that you have your logo made, you can just go up to the little save button up here at the top right. And then it's going to say, hey, do you want to buy the high resolution file for 20 bucks? But you can actually just download the low resolution file right here. And it's just going to say to credit Logo Maker, which is kind of what I'm doing here in this video. But if you want, you can put a little, Logo Maker thing somewhere small on your website. But the logo is free, and it's plenty high enough resolution to use as a logo on your website. So we're just going to go ahead and say, no thanks, download the low resolution file. And you can see that just hit my computer downloads right here. And we're also going to create a site icon. So the site icon is this little symbol up here. You can see that we've got constant contacts, got the little gator right now. You can see that we've got another one here. And Logo Maker even has their own. It's their own little shapes. So we're going to create our own. So what we're going to do is just delete this text. And we're just going to drag a box around these and scale them way up. And we'll just drag that towards the middle like that. And now you can just click on save again. And again, we'll do no thanks, download the low resolution file. And you can see that just hit my downloads again. So now we've got our logo and our site icon. So let's go ahead and put those in. So I'm going to go back over to WordPress, and I'm going to go to the select a logo button right here. And I'm going to go to upload files, select files. And then I'm just going to grab the logo. So I've got sample logo here. And again, this is in the folder that is in the description if you want to download and follow along with my images here. Cool. And then just say select. It's going to ask you to crop it, but we don't want to crop. We're just going to go ahead and click on skip cropping. And there we go. There's our new logo. And again, we're going to change this transparent background so that it's going to be white. It's going to be much easier to see. But if you want to bring the logo up in size, you can just drag the logo width and pull that up a bit. Maybe something like that. Cool. Now we also want to add in our site icon. So to do that, you can just simply scroll down to the bottom of this menu. It's a little bit hidden. You can see there's a big gap here. Just scroll all the way to the bottom and then select a site icon. And we're just going to go to upload files, select files, grab our site icon, click on open, and then just go to select. And then we're going to say, yep, that's cool. We can crop that. It has to be a perfect square. And you can see what it's going to look like over here on this little preview. So that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to say crop image. And now you can see that we have our site icon up here now, which looks really cool. And while we're here, we can also change our site title and our tagline. So right now our site title is Coffee Addict, which we want. And then we can change our tagline down here. So right now it just says just another WordPress website, which this is going to show up in Google. So you want to make sure that this has some keywords in here that you're trying to hit on Google. So in my case, it would be something like coffee. So I'll just say something like coffee talk, coffee products, and all things coffee. Now you'd probably want to put a little more thought and effort into this one, but for now this is going to work with what I'm doing. Cool. So now that we've got our tagline changed, we'll just go up here to publish to save our work. And now let's go ahead and make this whole header up here white instead of transparent. So to do that, just scroll up and we're going to hit the back arrow. And then just scroll down to transparent header because that's still the one that we're using. We're going to uncheck different logo for transparent header right there. And now you can see that we've got some color and background options here. So we'll just go to background and then we can change this to white. Oops, let's try that again. And if you can't get it to work, let's click on it, do it again. It's just this little opacity slider right here. You just drag that all the way up and make sure it's on white. And there we go. Now our header is now white, which looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and publish. And now we'll just click on the X. And then we'll just go back to our WordPress dashboard. So we'll just go up to our site name and go to dashboard. And I'm just going to close out of some of these windows. And now we can move on to step number 8, which is to set up affiliate products. So obviously, if we're going to be making an affiliate marketing website, we need to find some products in order to make some passive income with this thing. So the one that I recommend the most is Amazon Associates. So you can literally sell any product on Amazon. So I'm just going to type in Amazon.com. And then we'll actually just scroll down all the way to the bottom. And you'll see a link that says become an affiliate in their footer. So just go ahead and click on that. And then you can just click on sign up. Now another place you can get great affiliate products is by going over to ClickBank. So we'll go to clickbank.com. And I highly recommend this one. So what you can do is just click on sell and you can sign up to actually make some sales through the ClickBank affiliate marketplace. You can find all sorts of products, a lot of virtual products in any sort of niche. Now if I just go to promote, I can show you kind of what those categories are. So if we just scroll down and we go to all categories, you can see we've got all these different categories, and these just have hundreds of affiliate products, and they'll show you what the commission rate is on all these products and more. So if you do want to find some affiliate products in here, I recommend just clicking on sign up, and it's 100% free. They're not going to charge you anything. So you can just sign up and become an affiliate through ClickBank, and then you can promote all sorts of different products. But in this case, I'm going to be using Amazon Associates for this tutorial. So I'm just going to click on sign up. And we're just going to sign into our Amazon account. Now, if you don't have one, you can just create a new account down here. But I already have one, so I'm just going to type that in. And it's going to ask me to put in a phone number. I'm just going to say not now. Cool. So now we can create our Amazon Associates account. So we'll just scroll down, and we want these payments to go to myself. So I'll just put in my name and then an address, and then just click on next. And we're just going to select the suggested address, and then you can just put in your website. So I'm going to just put in the name of my website. And just click add. There we go. And then just click on next. And it's going to ask if your website is directed towards any children under the age of 13. We're just going to say no, it's not, and then just click on confirm. And then here we can just put in a associate store ID. So I'll just put in a custom one. I'm just going to say Coffee Attic without any spaces, like that. And then again, you've got your website here. And then if we scroll down, it'll say, what is your website or mobile app about? So we just want to provide a short description about what we're promoting on our website. So something like that will work. So we'll just scroll down, and it's going to ask us to select the topic that best suits our website. So I'm just going to go with, say, grocery gourmet. It's about the closest we can get to coffee. And then the secondary topic will say home, pets, cooking, etc. Something like that. And then we'll just select some items that we plan to sell. So I'll say something like home and garden, and maybe electronics if we sell coffee makers. It doesn't need to be exact, but just anything that you plan to sell. And then we're just going to select our type for our website. So we're going to say blog, and then a secondary type. So we'll say content or niche website, like that. And then we'll just scroll down. How do you plan to drive traffic to your website? So we'll just select a bunch of these. We'll do SEO, maybe some other blogs, maybe social networks, display advertising, email, things like that. It doesn't need to be exact, just what you plan on doing, even if you don't have a complete plan yet, just kind of in basic overview. And then just scroll down again. And then how do you plan to utilize your website to generate income? You could just say Amazon Associates is the only way I monetize my site. Or you could even say other affiliate programs if you want. You could do e-commerce and online retail. It just depends on what your plan is. But for this case, I'm just going to do Amazon Associates. And then how do you usually plan to build links? We are just going to say blog editor, like that. And then how many visitors do you get to your website? Right now, we're just going to say less than 500 because we're just getting started with it. And then what is your primary reason for joining? We're going to say to monetize my site. And then how did you hear about us? We will just say from the Amazon website. And then just scroll down and type in the characters. And then just agree to the terms. And then click on finish. Cool. And now it's going to give us this congrats message, and it's going to give us our new associate ID, which it just gave us this kind of generic one with the -20. But it's now working. So it'll say, do you want to enter your payment and tax information? We'll just say later. Cool. So now it's going to give us access to our Amazon Associates affiliate dashboard. And you can track your earnings here, and you get a summary of all the sales that you are generating. So it's pretty cool. So now that we're all signed up for Amazon Associates, let's go ahead and create some products using our affiliate links with Amazon. So what we're going to do is just go up to product linking and click on product links. And then we're just going to scroll down and you'll see a search bar right here. So we're going to search for products. So I'm going to promote a coffee maker. So I'm going to type in coffee maker and click go. And here you can see a list of all of the top coffee makers on Amazon. So I'm just going to grab one of these and create a new product out of it in WordPress. So what we're going to do is just click on this one. I'm going to say get link. And then we're just going to go over to text only right here. And we're going to come down here and just grab the standard link. So I'm just going to click on standard link. And it's going to give us this little affiliate code right here. So I'm just going to copy that. And let's go create that product. So what we're going to do is just go back over to WordPress. And then we're going to go over to WooCommerce. And actually, sorry, we're going to go over to products and go to all products. And if you started with a starter template, you might already have a lot of products in here, especially if you're following along with this tutorial. So what we want to do first is actually delete all of these products. So I'm just going to go to this little checkbox up here to highlight all of them. And then we're going to go over to bulk actions and we're going to move them to the trash. And then just click on apply. Cool. So now if we scroll down, we've got no products found. So now we can create some new ones and start from scratch. So what we're going to do is just go on over to products and go over to add new. Cool. So now we can name our new product. Sorry, let's scroll down. So let's give our product a name. So I'm going to go back over here, figure out exactly what the name is. So it's the Keurig K-Mini Coffee Maker. So let's just grab this. Then we'll go back over to WordPress. We'll just put that in here. Just like that. And you can write a description about what the product is. In this case, I'm just going to grab some dummy text. But if this is one of your real products, you'll want to obviously write something about it. But for the sake of moving this tutorial along, I'm just going to grab some dummy text here. And then just go back over here. And I'm going to paste that in. So we've got a little bit of a description now. And then just scroll down. And we can actually close out of this Yoast SEO box here. So we're just going to hit the little up arrow and close out of that. And now we're down here at product data. So what we're going to do is change simple product over to a external affiliate product. Just like that. And then right here in the product URL is where you're going to want to put in that affiliate link. So let's just go back over to that standard link and let's grab that again. Copy that. And we're just going to put that in here. Just like that. And then you've got the button text. So we could say buy product, which I like that. I'm just going to maybe capitalize the P. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll put in the price, which you can see is in euros. So I'm going to show you how to change that. So first, let's just go up and save this. So we'll just go to publish. Cool. So now let's go over to WooCommerce. And we're just going to go down to settings. And then we're just going to scroll down to the bottom here. We'll change our country and state. So it's automatically set to the UK. We're just going to change that to the United States. So you can actually select your state here as well. I am in Texas, so I'm going to select Texas. And then if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see currency options, which is set to pound sterling, which is for the UK. So we're actually going to change this to the US dollar. So just type in US, and then you can find US dollar here, or whatever your currency is from where you're selling or promoting. And then we can leave all of these the same. So then we'll just hit Save Changes. And then we'll just go back to our product. So we'll go over to Products, go to All Products. And we're just going to click on that Keurig K-Mini Coffee Maker. And we'll put in the price. So we'll go back over to Amazon, see exactly how much that was, which it will show us if we actually just go back. And this one was $79.99. So we'll just come down here. We'll put that in, regular price, $79.99, just like that. And we're also going to add this product to some categories. So we're going to create a new category. You can see I've got uncategorized, groceries, and juice. These are for the template website that we started with. So let's add some new ones. And we will put this in the coffee makers category. And then we'll just say add new category. And then that just added that up here, coffee makers. And then we'll also add it to drip coffee makers, because this is a drip coffee maker. And we'll say the parent category will be underneath coffee makers. So we can have subcategories underneath a main category. So we'll just say add new category. And we're also going to uncheck uncategorized, because it now is in a category. We can also add tags so they're easily searchable on our website. So we'll just say coffee maker. We'll also say drip coffee maker. And you could also say Keurig if you want, which I have to check how to spell. There we go, Keurig. And we'll just say add. So we got a few tags to kind of describe what our product is. And then we can come down and you can add a short description to the product as well, which I will just copy the same dummy text, but the short description is what's going to show up next to the product on your website. But we're actually going to take the short description off whenever we're displaying it, but it is a good idea to write one just in case. And then we're going to add an image to this. So we'll just scroll down and you'll see product image right here. Now what you can do is go back over to Amazon and you can grab this image here. So what you can do is actually just go over to Amazon.com and you can just search it. So we'll just say coffee maker. And again, you'll see the exact same products that Amazon Associates shows us as well. So we'll just scroll down. You can see we've got the Keurig right here. So what you can do is just click on this. And then you can just click on the image. And that's going to bring it up full size. And then you can just right click and you can save the image as on your computer somewhere. And then you can just use this image. But in this case, if you're following along with the tutorial, I've already got these coffee maker images for you in that folder that you can download in the description. So we're just going to go over to set product image. And we're just going to go over to upload files, select files. And we're just going to grab all of our products actually, because we're going to need all these images eventually anyway. So we're just going to grab all of them. And we're going to open them all. Now that's going to load all of our product images in. Cool, so now they're all loaded, and we're going to select this one, which is the Keurig. We can also add some alt text while we're here. And alt text basically helps with Google search. So it's going to add a little bit more of an SEO upper hand for you, so to speak. So we're going to type in Keurig K Mini, like that. And that's just going to help us show up in Google just a little bit better. So with that said, we're going to say set product image. And now you can see our image here. And then we'll just go up and publish. So we'll just say update. Cool, so now we've got one product made. Now I'm going to do another one with you just so you can kind of get in the flow of how to create one. And we're actually going to be displaying multiple of these on one blog post, because that's the idea with an affiliate marketing website, is you want to write a blog post promoting several products, like say the best coffee makers of 2020, or the best drip coffee makers of 2020, or whatever your niche is. It could be a blog post about anything related to your niche, as long as you can put some products in there so that people read about it, get some information, and you're basically helping people decide what to buy by writing pros and cons about each coffee maker or whatever it is that you're choosing, which you will do all in the blog posts, which I'll show you shortly. So let's go ahead and make another coffee maker product. So I'm just going to go over to add new. And then I'm just going to go back to Amazon and figure out which one that I want to promote next. So we are going to promote Let's do this one. It's the first one. It's Amazon's choice. Probably not a bad idea to go with, and it's a bit cheaper. So let's go ahead and go search for that one in our Amazon Associates account. We'll just go up, and you can see it here, the Mueller one. So we'll just say get link, and then just go over to text only. And we're just going to copy the name of it. And we'll just go over to new product. We're going to put that in as our product name. And then a short description. We're just going to put in that dummy text again. Same with the short description. I'll just put in some dummy text here. And then we're going to change this from simple product to affiliate, external affiliate product. And then we can put in our affiliate URL. So let's go over here to Amazon Associates, and we're just going to grab the standard link right here and just copy that. And then just go back over and put that in. And then again, the button text, we'll just change that to buy product. And then we can put in the price. So we're just going to figure out what that price was. So we'll just go back. And that one was $39.97. There we go. And then we'll add it to the coffee makers tab as well, or sorry, category, as well as the drip coffee maker category. We'll also add some tags. So again, coffee maker, drip coffee maker. You can see them right here. And then we are also going to call this, let's say, Mueller coffee maker. How do you spell Mueller? Mueller coffee maker. And you want to add as many tags as you can possibly add about this product, but to keep things short, I'm just going to add a few. Cool. So now we'll just scroll down, and then we'll set a product image, which again, you can just go grab off of Amazon. You can just click on it and save that image. But in this case, I've already got them made. So I'm just going to go over to set product image, and I'm just going to grab that Mueller coffee and set product image. And there we go. There's our product image. And then we will just click on publish. Cool. So now I'm just going to make a few more products and then come back. Cool. So I've just created a bunch more products now. And now the last thing that we want to do with these products is feature them so that they're going to show up on our homepage. So what we're going to do is just go over to all products. And then we're just going to come down and we're going to feature all these. Now you can hit the little star on each one of these to feature them, or you can just go over to quick edit and then just come down to featured, just like that. And we'll just hit update. But it is a little bit easier to just hit the star. Just wanted to show you both ways of doing it. So we're just going to feature all of these products right now, but you can choose to feature any one of these that you want depending on what your products are. But for this case, I'm just going to feature all of them so I can show you how they're going to show up on our homepage. So I'm just going to finish featuring out the rest of these. Cool. So now they're all featured. Let's just go back over to our website, and we're just going to go to visit site, and I'll just open this up in a new tab. And now you can see we've got our featured products right here, which is really cool. So this is only going to show the last 4 that we've featured. So if you do want to change this, all you have to do is just go over to Edit with Elementor. And then we'll just scroll down again over to that section. And we're just going to click on this widget. So we're going to click on the little pencil icon. And you can change the limit to, let's say, 8 instead of 4. And now that's going to show all 8 of our featured products, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. We've also got 4 columns. You can choose to do 3 columns or 2, whichever you'd like. But I think 4 looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that. So I'll just click on apply. And then we'll just click on update down at the bottom. And then we can just close out of this window. Cool. So now that we've got all of our products showing on our homepage, which makes it really easy for people to find them and click on them and buy, Now we want to move on to step number 9, which is to create blog posts. So creating blog posts is a great way to promote product to people. You basically want to write really helpful articles about these products or about whatever your niche is in general, and then put in links to these products in those blog posts. And then whenever people were to click on your blog post through Google, they'll read about it, and then they'll go click on products and hopefully buy through your affiliate link. So like I said in the beginning, I've got a whole coffee blog already, which I can show you. And I've got tons of articles in here about coffee with all of the affiliate links built in. So we'll just go down to some of our top posts, like the 10 best drip coffee makers of 2020. And you can see that we've written a whole article here about all of these coffee makers. And you can see that we've got, the first one in here, talks a little bit about it, shows an image, talks about the pros and cons of this one. So that way it's really easy for people to go in and say, okay, I'm not sure which one I want to buy. So hopefully they'll type in best coffee makers, and then they'll eventually find this article, hopefully if it's at the top of Google, which is the goal for blog posts, and then they'll read about it and be like, oh, you know what, that one looks pretty good. And then they'll just check the latest price, and then that will take them over to the Amazon link, which you can see here. So that's pretty cool. So that's kind of what we want to do, is create a blog post that's going to show off all of these products and have the links to these products built in. So I'm just going to close out of this and then just go back over to WordPress. And in order to create a blog post, all you have to do is just go over to posts and then just say add new. And what you want to do is just give it a title. And this is going to hopefully be an SEO keyworded title. So let me show you an example. I'm going to do the top 10 best drip coffee makers. And then I'll do 2020, just like that. And the keyword is actually drip coffee makers, or best drip coffee makers to be more specific. So I will show you why that is. So I'm just going to go up to a new tab, and then I'm just going to type in keyword tool.io. And then here we can research those keywords. So you've got Google, YouTube, Amazon, and so on. We're just going to do Google. And I will type in, let's say, best drip coffee makers. And it's going to give you all of the relative keywords to this one. So you might want to work in a few of these into your post or create different posts around these. So best drip coffee makers 2020 is at the top. Now you do have to pay for this in order to see what the search volume is and the competition on these, which is extremely helpful. This is not my affiliate link. I'm not in any way promoting keyword tool.io to make any sort of money. It's just a really nice tool to use. And you can see there's a few. There's best drip coffee makers Amazon, best drip coffee makers for home, and then you would ideally want to tag your blog post with a lot of these keywords. Now I also have a more professional way to research this stuff, so I'm going to pull that up now. Whenever I say more professional, I mean it's just because I pay for this service so that I can see it. This one at Ahrefs.com is a little bit more expensive, which is why I recommend doing the keyword tool.io. But whenever you get further along, you start making a lot of money with this, it does help to have an Ahrefs account. And again, I'm not promoting them or having some sort of affiliate link. This is just genuinely the one that I use, and I really like it a lot. So I'm just going to type in, I'll go to Keywords Explorer, and then I will just type in best drip coffee makers, just like that. And now we can see some real metrics on this. So the keyword difficulty is medium, which is actually a pretty good spot to be. The volume is 800, meaning 800 searches per month. And then if we go over to phrase match, you can see all of the matching phrases to this. You've got all the different years, and you can see the search volume for all of these. So if you wanted something a little higher, you could do just best coffee makers. And then you're going to get some higher search volume. So best coffee makers has 10,000 a month, which best coffee makers is built in to this word. So we've got best and coffee makers in here, which Google will read. But you can see we've got 10,000 search volume, which is 10,000 people per month are searching this, and then all of the relative keywords as well. So having a keyword research tool like this is very helpful. And I have yet to find one that's free. There used to be one that Neil Patel made that was free, but it has recently become a paid tool. But it does help a lot. But just going to keywordtool.io and just seeing what the keywords are, regardless of the search volume, is extremely helpful, because then you can target what kind of blog posts you want to write. And it doesn't just have to be this best drip coffee makers. You can type in any sort of coffee related keyword in here that you might search on Google yourself, or whatever your niche is. But this is the way that you should be looking for keywords to write about. So in this case, I'm going to do top 10 best drip coffee makers 2020. And then you would just want to write about these coffee makers. So in this case, I'm just going to grab some dummy text here and just pretend that I'm, writing some sort of summary here. And then we'll just hit the return key. And then here's where you'd want to introduce your first one. So it would be coffee maker number 1. And so we will put that one in. So we'll do the Keurig K-Mini, just like that. And actually, we want to make this a heading. So let's just go ahead and copy that. And we're just going to delete that. And then we're going to go up to the little plus symbol up here to add a block. And then we're just going to grab a heading. And then we will paste that in. So now you can see it's a lot bigger. It's an H2 heading, and Google is going to read all of your headings. So your H1 is up here. Then you've got your H2, which are subcategories, and then you've got H3, which goes even further down, and so on. But having a heading in here is important because Google is going to read that. So if anyone types in Keurig K-Mini, hopefully you will come up in search on Google. So the whole thing is making sure that this blog post is keyworded correctly. And ideally, you would want to put best drip coffee makers or just best coffee makers somewhere in this first paragraph as well. That's just a helpful tip for SEO. So now what we can do is add an image of this. So we're just going to go over to add a block. And then we're just going to grab an image. So we'll just type up here in the search bar, image. And we'll just grab that one. And then we'll go over to our media library. And then we're just going to grab that Keurig one right here and then click on select. And as you can see, it's pretty big. So we're just going to grab the little blue icon here and just drag that down a bit, just like that, maybe a little bit smaller. And then we'll just hit the return key. And we're also going to add a button. So we'll just go up to add block and we're just going to grab a button. So we'll just go up here and type in button. Grab that, and then we'll give that button a name. So we'll say buy product, or you could say check price if you want, or see price. We'll do something like that. And then we're also going to move this over to the left. So we'll just click on the image, go over to alignment. We'll just align that to the left. There we go, and that'll put the button next to it. And then for the image, what we're going to do is create a link for this. So we're going to go to insert link. And here's where you'd want to put in that same affiliate URL. So we'll just go back over to Amazon Associates. And we're just going to grab that same one. So we'll just type in coffee maker and find it again. We've got it here. So we'll just do get link. Text only, and then just come down to standard link, and we will just add that in here. That way if somebody clicks on the image, then it's going to take them to that affiliate link. Whoops, let's put that in one more time. Hit the return key. There we go. And now let's add one to our button as well. So we'll just click on our button, go to link, put that in here, and you can open that up in a new tab. That way it's not going to take them away from your website, which I do recommend. Cool. And if you want to fix the way that this looks, you can just click on the image here and just move it up one right here, and then that will kind of put it above, and we'll just have the name and then the C price underneath, which I think looks a lot better. So then you would just go down and add more products like that below, and you'd want to describe them with pros and cons and all the rest of it. So I'm just going to copy this text, this dummy text, and put that down here by clicking, and I'll do the return key, and we'll just paste that in here. And again, you'll want to write pros and cons and things like that. So I'm not going to go too far with creating this, fake blog post, but you get the idea, and you can get some examples again by going over to my blog, littlecoffeeplace.com, and you can kind of see how we structure our articles there. So I'm just going to speed this up and put in a few more of these coffee makers into this fake blog post. Okay, so now I've added a few more coffee makers into this blog post. So again, this is just dummy text. It's not going to be totally professionally written because it's going to take a long time to write, a really crafted article. But the other thing that you can do, besides actually putting the images here with the button to see the prices of these, you can also work in some affiliate links. So I'll provide an example. So I'm going to do up at the top, I'll say something like, want coffee delivered straight to your door every month. We'll say click here to get a Life Boost coffee subscription. And we'll just capitalize Life Boost and make sure coffee spelled correctly. And then what we're going to do is put a link here where it says click here. So we'll just provide a link. And what we want to do is go sign up for the Life Boost Coffee Affiliate Program. Now again, whatever your niche is, you're going to want to find affiliate programs that match your niche. So in this case, I'm going to do Life Boost Coffee. So I'm going to do Life Boost Coffee Affiliate Program and go find that. And we'll just go over here to Life Boost Coffee. And we're just going to register for the affiliate program. So I will put in my email, my name, a password, and then another password, and then accept the terms, prove that you are not a robot. And with this affiliate program, I can get $30 per referral, which is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and click on register. And Life Boost is just a brand of coffee. So now we're just going to put in that email again and our password. Cool, so now we've got our referral link right here, which works the same way as a regular affiliate link. So I'll just copy that. And then I'll just go back over to WordPress and I'll just put that in here. And we'll just open this up in a new tab. There we go. And then that way you can see it's now green and highlighted so that if somebody reads this and says, yeah, I'd love coffee delivered straight to my door every month, they'll click there and then it will take them over to Life Boost's coffee page where they can sign up for a subscription to get coffee each month. And then you will get the referral commission. So I would get $30 each time somebody were to click this link right here and sign up. So you're going to want to work in affiliate links like that everywhere. And you can put them into your writing as well. So you could be writing about something and just casually work in that link there. And once you're done writing your article, we also got the Yoast SEO plugin before at the beginning of this tutorial. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see that Yoast SEO has this whole panel here. And you can get rated on how your blog post is performing with SEO and readability. So right here you can see a little preview of what this is going to look like displaying in Google. So right now there's no meta description or anything, but you can see my title here with my keyword built into it. And then you can go over to SEO analysis and it will tell you all the problems and ways that you can improve on this blog post. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this because I do have an entire video all about Yoast SEO. So I will link that in the description right now. And you can also find it by clicking at the top right of the screen right now because I'm putting a card on the screen. But in that video, I teach you all about how to get a very SEO-friendly blog post that's going to show up in Google a lot better. So let's go ahead and publish this one. So now that you know how to write a blog post and put in your affiliate links so that you can hopefully monetize this, I recommend writing anywhere from 1 to 2 of these articles every week so that you can really start building up this repertoire of amazing blog posts about your niche, and then that will also help you get more discoverable on Google. You basically want your website to be a hub for all of the information pertaining to your niche. Okay, so now let's move on to step number 10, which is to create a blog page. So you want a page that's going to actually house all of these blog posts so that people can go click on it in your menu, in your website, and find all of your blog posts. So to do that, we're just going to click on the X here, and we're going to go back to WordPress over here. And then we're just going to go down to Pages, and we're going to add New. And then we're just going to go over to Page Attributes over here on the right. Open that up, and we're going to change the default template to an Elementor full width, just like that. And then we're just going to add a title to it. So we'll call this Blog Posts, just like that. And then we'll go over to the permalink, and we're just going to change this to Blog Posts as one word, just like that. And then we can just go over to Publish, Publish again. And now we're going to edit with Elementor. Cool, so now we've got this blank slate where we can create a new blog post page. So what we're going to do is just create a new section here. And we're just going to select this main structure right here. And then we'll just go over to the widgets. And we're just going to drag in a heading. And we're just going to call this blog posts, just like that. And we'll align it in the center. And then you can also change the typography and the color of this if you'd like. And then I'm just going to go to the 6 dots up here and then go over to Style. And we can add a background. So you could do a color if you want by clicking on Classic, and then you can select any color that you want. So I could do some sort of a coffee color like I did before, something, kind of like that. Or you could actually put in an image if you want by just clicking on Choose Image. And then we can just go to free images from Pixabay. And we'll just search for coffee. And now you can see we've got all these coffee images that we can choose from. So we'll just kind of browse through and see which one looks good. Maybe let's go with one for up at the top, maybe like this one. And we'll just do Save and Insert. Cool, and then that's going to put it in here. So let's just give this some padding at the top and the bottom. So we're just going to go over to Advanced. And then we're just going to add some padding. So I'm going to uncheck this little link values button right here. And I'm just going to add some padding at the top. We'll maybe do 75 and 75. Maybe something like that. Actually, we'll do 100 on both the top and the bottom. And then we'll just go back over to Style. And then we can change the position of our image. So I'll do something like center, center, just like that, so that the word is sitting right there in the cup. And then you can also add a background overlay if you want. So we'll just go over to background overlay. And then you can change this. So we'll just go to classic. And we'll just do a color. So we'll do something like maybe white, like that. That way our text shows up a little bit better. And you can see our image is kind of repeating over here on the left and right sides over here. Let's go ahead and fix that. So we'll go back over to background. And then we'll just change the size to cover, just like that. So that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. So I'll just click on Update. And then we're going to go over here and add a new section. And we'll select this structure again. And then we're going to add in our blog post widget. So we'll just go over to the little Rubik's Cube looking symbol. And then we'll just go type into the little search widget area. We'll type in post grid, just like that. And then just drag this widget in. and then that's going to show us our posts. Now again, we've only got the two. We've got the original one that came with WordPress and then the one that we just made. Hopefully you've made a bunch more, so you'll have a lot more showing up in here. And I will go back and make another blog post, so we have a couple more in here. But for now, I just want to show you how to actually display these on your website. So now this is kind of running up to the top here, so we're going to give this some padding as well. So we'll just click on this section, and we'll just go over to Advanced, and we'll give this some padding. So we're going to uncheck these link values button right here, and give it some padding on the top. Maybe something like a 40, and then again, maybe 40 at the bottom. Maybe even more, actually. We'll do something like 75 at the bottom. That way we have a little bit of room for our blog posts. And you can also go back over to this little blog post widget, and then you can change it a little bit. So you can do posts per page. You could make it only 2 if you wanted. You could do 8. Ideally, you'd want to have a lot more, so we could do something like 8, and then the more blog posts we write, the more are going to show up in here. Or if you want to display a ton of them, you can just make this number really high, and then all of your blog posts are going to show up in here. And you can order them by date. You can do the title, last modified date, so your most up-to-date articles are going to show up at the top, whichever you prefer. And then we'll go over to layout settings. And here you can choose whether you want to show the image. So if you have a featured image with your blog post, that will show up here. You can say whether you want to show the title, the excerpt, the author, all sorts of things in here. So if I didn't want to show whoever wrote it, I could just uncheck show author name. And then it's going to get rid of the author name. And you can do the date as well if you want. But it really just depends on how you want this to look. You can play around with these settings however you like. But having a blog post page is really important. That way people can find all of your blog posts, read about them, and hopefully buy some products. So what we also want to do is put this blog post page up here in the menu. And we also kind of want to get rid of this cart and the account and so on. Which takes us to step number 11, create a menu. So let's go ahead and alter this menu up here. So I'm just going to go down to Update to save my work. And then I'm just going to go to the little hamburger looking symbol up here. And then click on Exit to Dashboard. And then just click on the little WordPress symbol up here. And we're just going to go back to our website. So we'll just go up to the top here and go to Visit Site. And then we're just going to click on Customize. And then just go down to Menus. And then just click on Main Menu. And here you can see all of our main menu items, which also show up right here. So what we're going to do is just get rid of Account. So we'll just go down here and just click on Remove. We'll also remove My Account, as well as the cart. Cool. And then if you want, you could also remove all products if you want as well. And now we're just going to click on Add Items. We're going to add in our blog post page. So you can see we've got pages open automatically. So we've got custom links, pages, posts, etc. So you can add all sorts of things to your menu. But we're going to go to Pages and click on Blog Posts. And now if we were to just close this little menu down here by clicking on the Hide Controls, you can see that we now have blog posts up here in our menu, which is awesome. So let's just go ahead and open this back up and just click on Publish. And then we still have to get rid of this little cart icon up here because we're not actually running a full e-commerce store here, so there's really no need to have this cart up here because they're clicking on links that are going to separate websites. And you're not really going to be adding any carts or any products to the cart as a customer. So we're just going to go back over here, go back again, and then just go down to Header, and then go to Primary Menu. And you can see last item in menu right here is set to WooCommerce. So what we're going to do is just change that to None. And now that little cart symbol is gone, which is cool. So let's just go ahead and publish again. And then one last thing that we're going to fix that I'm really just now noticing is that I don't really like how this text is sitting on this background. So we're going to add a background overlay to this. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick by clicking on the X. And then we're just going to go to Edit with Elementor. And then we're just going to come down to this section and we're going to click on the little 6 dots for this section. And then we'll just go over to Style. And then we'll go to Background Overlay. And then we're actually going to remove this image. And then we're just going to add a color. So I'll just add black like that. That's going to add a bit of a darker overlay to it. And then you can change the opacity here by sliding up or down. So I'll go with maybe something like that. That looks pretty good. It's a little bit easier to read that text. Cool, so now just click on Update. And now we can move on to step number 12, which is to edit the footer. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to edit the footer. I'm not going to go crazy into detail with changing everything about it, but I will show you where you can do that easily with Elementor. So I'm just going to click on the little hamburger looking symbol up here and go to Exit to Dashboard. And then we'll just go back to the WordPress symbol right here to view the pages. And then we'll just go back up to our website and click on Visit Site. And then if you go up to Edit with Elementor, you can hover over it and go to Footer. So we'll just go ahead and click on that. And here is where you can edit your footer using Elementor. And it works the exact same way as anything else. You can just click, Command Z. You can just click and you can edit these items over here. So if you want to change these links, you can just open one up. Just like this. And you can change, the icon if you want to show an icon. You can change the text here and then where it's actually going. So the link, you would just delete the hashtag and then put in the URL to somewhere else on your website. And you can do that with all this. You can change your logo here, these buttons, and so on. Cool. So now let's just go back over to, actually let's go to Update and save our work again. And then we'll just go up to the little hamburger looking symbol up here. And we're just going to go to Exit to Dashboard. And now, step number 13 is to configure Pretty Links. So if you remember from the beginning, we got that Pretty Links plugin. And what we can do is create really nice links that you can share on social or wherever you're going to be driving traffic to your website or blog. So I'll show you what I mean. We'll just go over to Pretty Links and we'll go to Add New. And then what I'm going to be doing is creating a pretty link based on this little Life Boost Coffee affiliate program that I joined earlier. So I'll just grab that affiliate link here. So instead of sharing this around that says lifeboostcoffee.com, ref 648, we're going to make that look a lot better and it's going to use our URL, which would be coffeeaddict.com. So we'll just scroll down and we're just going to call this Life Boost affiliate link. Just like that. And then we can just go over to redirection and we'll make this a 301 permanent. And the target URL is where you're going to want to put in your affiliate link. So I'll just put that in here. And then you can change what it says. So I could do coffeeaddict.com/lifeboost, or I could do lifeboostcoffee if I want, whatever you want to put. And then you can add a few notes for yourself in here if you want to. And then you would just go over here and click on Update. Cool, so now you can see that we have that affiliate link in here now. And now all we have to do is share this around. So we can share our actual URL and then slash whatever the affiliate program is or whatever website that you want to redirect to. So you can just copy that. And again, you can share that through Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you might be driving traffic to this blog from. So it's a great thing to create pretty links. Otherwise, you're sharing these random strings of numbers and letters for affiliate links, and they don't look as nice. And you can also share these on your own blog posts as well, because again, they look really professional. Okay, so now let's move on to our last step, number 14, which is to publish your website. So now that your website is all done and looking great, we want to publish it for the world to see. So you might have this coming soon active tag up here. Maybe you don't if you already published it throughout this tutorial somewhere, but if not, we want to remove that tag by just simply clicking on this little button up here that says your site is currently displaying a coming soon page. Once you're ready to launch your site, click here. So let's just go ahead and click here. Awesome. So now that that has been published, we can just go up to our website and let's take a look. So here's our website, which is looking good. We've got our email opt-in up here at the top. We've got our recent posts here. And again, you obviously are going to have a lot more posts in here. I've only written one just to show you. And then you can click on these posts and go read them if you're a viewer to this website. And then we've got our featured products down here, which I showed you how to create all of these. And everything is looking great. And obviously you'll want to go back in and really customize this website. Take some time to make it look and function very nice. And you do that all through Elementor. All right guys, so that was how to create an affiliate marketing website. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos about creating websites and making money with websites. And if you want some website inspiration or want to check us out behind the scenes, follow us at Creator Pro Website on TikTok and Instagram. Our community is growing every day. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.